Arvin Jigarap. I'm the owner and head coach here at the Kennel Boxing Gym. How did the gym get started? Well, for us, we've been in boxing for over, I would say, 10, 12 years before we even opened up our own gym. We're just, in my background, I just started helping and working with my uncle, Nonito Donaire Sr., and my cousins turned pro. So they were doing their pro thing, and they made it to a pretty high level in the boxing game. And my uncle wanted to open our own gym so we could make our own stable of fighters. So in 2009, we spoke about it in 2008 actually, then in 2009 we made it happen. We opened our doors January 2009, and that's how it all began. The toughest obstacle starting out, I feel, was getting our name out there, because you know, in the city of San Leandro, there wasn't really a big boxing fan base. So when we first started out, even though my cousin and them were pro fighters and they fought on TV and they fought world title fights and stuff like that, not a lot of people still knew about us, you know. So I think that was the biggest challenge, was to get our name out there and you know, to provide quality service so that when people came to our new gym, they liked the atmosphere, they liked the service, and so this way we could build a good reputation. The biggest advantage I feel of us having our own gym is that we can really teach our students like our style, our type of fighting. You know, a lot of times when you're working out of somebody else's gym, then there's a lot of different styles that's happening. You know, and for us, we're a semi-private gym, so I don't have any other coaches here but myself and my assistant coaches that have learned from me, from what I've taught them. And so, like, everybody has a similar style and we could work off that. I think what makes our gym stand out the most is the atmosphere that we've created here at the Kennel. We have a lot of, almost basically everybody here. They go out when we train 110%. And the reason for that is because everybody that started with us, you know, that's how we molded them. And now people that are coming in fresh, they see that everybody in here works hard. So, you know, it catches on like a virus. And the atmosphere is really family oriented. So everybody feels comfortable. Nobody feels like, you know, they're gonna be put down if they don't look like they don't know what they're doing.
My name is Celine Hernandez. I'm a kids coach here at Kennel Boxing, and I'm an amateur boxer. I started boxing because I was a really troubled kid when I was in high school, and my dad just saw an ad in the paper about Kennel Boxing and he brought me here. Well, I think it was our second year when they started the gym, and I just stayed here ever since. When kids join my class, they can expect to be pushed to the limit. I teach discipline and make sure they follow directions, pay attention to what they're supposed to do. I make it fun because they are kids, so I get to have them play around, race each other, make it a competition a little bit. But strength and conditioning, I don't treat them like kids. I treat them just as boxers, so they get pushed and disciplined just like I would or any of my teammates would. My class, I mix it up, but what it mainly focuses on is technique, because they are kids, so they always come in and put the gloves on and try to hit the bag really hard and just be all over the place. So I make sure I teach my kids discipline and technique and make sure that they know how to throw their punches before they add any power.
My name's Jordan Ortega. I am the adults beginner class here at the Kennel Boxing Gym. So I first started here back in 2009, back when the Kennel Boxing Gym first opened. I was looking for a gym to start competing in. I've been to many other gyms before, but this is where I finally found a home and started competing with Arvin and Brian Jigarap brothers. And as I started competing more and more, they thought that I knew the basics, I knew the fundamentals, so they thought I was qualified to start teaching classes. I first started off with the advanced class, the amateur class, and then I went back down to teach down the beginners classes. And so I've been doing that for about 3 years now. So what adults can expect here by taking my class They'll learn the basics. One thing that I find that separates this gym from other boxing gyms and also other gyms, other fitness gyms in the area is that everybody that goes here has a goal. So the atmosphere is definitely different. Everybody's focused, everybody has a goal that they're working towards, and that just puts you in the zone that makes you want to work out even harder. So the training that we focused on here in the adults beginner class is definitely boxing basics. Basic offense, basic defense. I like to incorporate a lot of technique, make sure everybody's technique is right. And everybody just gets a good idea of what boxing is. You know, hit and not get hit. That's definitely something I make sure I teach in my beginners class. Also, you can also expect a very good workout. I change up my workouts every class. So it's always gonna be, you know, either it's plyometrics, either it's gonna be sprints or upper body workout, lower body workouts. I like to mix up everything in my class. I change it up every day. That way, you know, we don't get complacent in here at the kennel.
Well, my name's Archimedes. I'm the strength and conditioning coach here at Kennel Boxing Gym in San Leandro. I'm also a personal trainer. It doesn't matter what sport, if you want to be a bodybuilder, you know, a bikini competitor, golfer, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm actually very grateful as to how I got started here at the Kennel Boxing Gym. One of my friends from high school, Arvind Jugarap, which is the head coach here, he kind of just found me. He was working at a place called Wiley X at the time, and he knew about my background. I'm very passionate about working out, getting stronger and helping other people, and he thought I'd be a great addition to his gym. What he sought out to do is he found me, and he decided to ask me, you know, what would it take, you know, what's your magic number? And I asked him, well, what's the magic number? He said, that'll make you quit your current job and work for me full time. And he matched that number, gave me a whole bunch of other incentives, and I couldn't say no. I love this. What I provide for my clientele is a very positive and motivating environment where they can reach any physical goal that they want to get to, or if it's just aesthetic, or if it's, you know, like faster mile, more push-ups, anything like that. And I'm actually, you know, I like to motivate people also. So I try to give them a place where they can expand their mind horizon and like go towards other things, not just physical fitness goals, but, you know, worldly goals, you know, greater things for themselves. One of the major things that I like to have in my sessions for my clients is a very, very versatile environment where we'll go from lifting weights to plyometrics to stalls to, you know, long endurance things. And I keep it different every single session because one of my major philosophies is that if you don't change the workout, your body won't change. All right? We're humans, we're made to adapt. If you do something for too long, you'll stay the same. All right? You always gotta change. Evolution is something that, you know, it's just a theory, but here, you know, in this environment, you have to do it. So one of the main things that people will expect to be challenged in my strength and conditioning class is their will. One of the things that I'm hashtagged on Instagram is Shark Attack, S-H-A-R-C attack. All right? It's a form of my style of training to get you to push yourself to the limit and then push a little more past. All right? Each person, you know, when they come in, they can be a beginner, they can be an elite athlete, all right? I will modify the situation for that specific person, and you can still have, you know, an enjoyable time in my strength and conditioning class. But you always gotta like really push your mental aptitude because your body will only do what the mind will tell it. So if you don't push your mind, your body will never get anywhere either.
Hey everyone, I'm Israel Cortez Hernandez. They call me El Niño, and we are here at the Kennel Boxing Gym.
Joel Ciabno, I'm 23 years old. I'm a professional boxer here at the Kennel Boxing Gym.
So I'm Juan Delgadillo here at the Kennel, amateur fighter.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Mazariegos and I'm an amateur boxer.
Hello, my name is Antonio Briseño. I'm 18 years old and I'm an amateur fighter.
Hello, my name is Oliver Barajas. I'm 18 years old. I'm from Hayward, California, and I'm looking forward to starting my amateur career this year.
One of the most memorable things, well, not a couple of months ago, almost half a year, I had this fight, this amateur fight, and this guy was a little heavier than me, was a little taller than me, and then before the fight, I fight and I lost it. I lost the other fight, so I guess this guy was really confident and everything. So he was kind of picking on me and like, you know. So when I was walking to the ring, he was on my side and he was like, "Oh, nice gloves," and then so plus, but my corner and my teammates, they were there and like they, you know, totally got my back, and so I ended up beating this guy hella bad because he, you know, he was being funny.
The process of achieving, just coming in here every day and grinding, seeing how I'm developing, putting my talent against someone else's talent, and proving to myself that I can do this, that I belong in this sport. I think those are where I really grow, you know, inside the gym, outside of the lights, you know what I mean, behind the curtains, you know, where no one's looking. I think that's the most memorable part for me.
My best memorable moment that I've had boxing is winning my first belt at Beautiful Brawlers in 2013. During the fight, I gave her 2 standing 8 counts in the 3rd round. And I think if the fight would have gone on longer, I would have got a 3rd standing 8 counts and stopped the fight. But since the rounds are only 2 minutes, I only got to give her 2 standing 8 counts. I chose that as my memorable moment, winning the belt, because I put in a lot of work to win that belt. All the sparring sessions, the early morning runs, all that paid off, and I got my first belt, and all my family was there to cheer me on, so that was the best memorable experience for me.
One of my most memorable moments here at the gym is when I had to cut weight for my last fight. I had to cut 20 pounds in 2 weeks, and it was hard. I couldn't really eat anything, and I was like struggling to get my weight down, and I got it down. I lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks, and I don't think I could have done it without my team. I remember like I would weigh myself at the end of the day and be disappointed because I'd only lose a pound or 2, and my team really pushed me. So if it wasn't for my team, I wouldn't have been able to lose those 20 pounds in that 2-week span. And I did it, and I won my fight, and I'll always remember that just because my team always had my back, and they were always constantly checking in on me, making sure that I was on track and making sure my head was in the right place.
So my most memorable moment here at the kennel was starting, and I was fresh in the class, and I was here with my teammates, Kim and Selena, a few other kids named Jordan, and we were just having fun doing the exercise. They were killers, but remember, every time I look forward to coming because it was always a fun time.
My most memorable moment was in Fairfield, California. I was 17 years old. I fought a 25-year-old. Everybody thought I was crazy, but I ended up pulling off the victory.
My most memorable moment here at the gym has probably been sparring with amateur Juan Delgadillo. One of the greatest, guys I've seen out there. Really great at 141. Just sparring with him has always been nice, and it's hard and it's rough, but it's really good work.
One of my goals, first of all, I used to do MMA before I joined the Kennel boxing gym. I used to do MMA, and I always had this thing to fight professional, but since MMA was really popular in UFC and stuff like that, so one time I was shopping around here close to this gym, so I found out about this gym, right? So I joined this gym. Finally, I started doing amateurs and everything, and now since I'm doing my pro debut, I'm gonna, I'm like every single fighter, like every fighter that competes and trains boxing, the main goal is to become a professional, and why not champion someday? Why not? But that is gonna take a lot of work, a lot of dedication, and a lot of time.
My end goals in boxing, my goals right now is to be able to provide for myself and make a living from this, provide for my family. I don't see why that's not something I could do. I work hard, I dedicate myself to the sport. I gave up a lot at a young age, so I don't see why that's not something I can accomplish. But I really don't see myself getting out of the sport of boxing. Even as I get older, maybe I'll become a trainer or a coach or some type of strategist or commentator, but I really can't see myself reaching an end to boxing. I think boxing is going to be a part of my life for a long time.
The end goals I have in this gym is to make it to the 2016 Olympics, and our coaches are trying to get a bigger gym, so hopefully we get that bigger gym.
My end goal for this gym really is just to make it known, like Mayweather's gym and Freddie Roach's gym. Everybody knows their gym because all the champs and fighters come out of there. So I want Kennel Boxing to be like, when you think about boxing, you think Kennel Boxing Gym. And I want to see my whole team and my coach and my family here just make it to the top.
My goal here at the gym is to make my coach and my cousin proud, try to meet their expectations as a fighter, try to make it to the Olympics.
My goal is to become a world champion, and by accomplishing that, I need to stay dedicated, stay committed, have sacrifice, and be strong, and always give it 100%.
I have some long-term goals, but my short-term goals for this year, 2015, is to start my amateur career and get some fights for the team and hopefully some wins.
My goals for the gym is pretty simple. Boxing is my passion. As long as I got a place to share my passion with others, help teach the sport of boxing, and help people get in shape, help them reach their goals, I'm pretty happy with that. Anywhere else where it goes, you know, this is a plus.
My end goals for this gym is really to create world champions in the professional league of boxing. You know, that definitely will show that our quality and our type of training here is solid if we do produce a world champion from our gym. But for the rest that are just here to you know, just learn the sport of boxing, I guess the end goal for that is just to keep having different people come in and learn and get to know and love the sport of boxing, because sometimes the sport of boxing, you know, a lot of people look at it as just a violent sport, and really it's not all about that. Once you learn how to fight and you learn how to box, you'll find that especially the young teens, they stay out of trouble. You know what I mean? And they're not really willing to going out there picking a fight, because you know they'll have more self-esteem. You know what I mean? And they have more courage in knowing that they know how to fight. They don't have to feel like they have to prove themselves. So you know, if we could just keep providing that type of service, helping people lose weight, feel good about themselves, build their confidence up, you know, that'd be a great end game for this.
There's no real end goal here, right? What I said before is that I'm always aspiring for the next level, right? Not just in my own physicality, but in my own mental state. And same with this business, same with this gym right here. Kennel Boxing Gym is something evolving, something always growing, looking for greater fighters, looking for the next big thing, right? And if that branches out to a next generation of great fighters, if that branches out to a next generation of great, you know, bikini competitors or muscle building people, whatever it is, greater golfers, it doesn't matter, right? What really matters here is that we're always striving for greatness, always moving on to the next level, and always going to another place that you never thought you could ever actually go to, right? So something I like to always say to people, shine on, because nobody can ever tell you never to chase your own dreams, right? Those are the people who gave up on their own dream and they're trying to stop you from getting your own, right? Keep striving, keep working hard, always on the grind, hustle hard, or go home.